Alright, how we doing, ladies and gentlemen, over on the YouTube side of things? I just got done a very fun video that you're absolutely going to adore, but there are patch notes planned for today. Planned for 1 in the morning, as always. And I have been told that, apparently, I'm going to lose my mind. So, this is the first time reading them. I have put it off because I had a healer from LFG in my team, and if we had left, we would have not been able to get the rest of what I needed for the trim snapshot that will happen at 1 in the morning. So, this is going to be entirely fresh. We shall see how this goes. What I'm expecting beforehand, I have been told there's more Helena buffs, which is absolutely crazy and disgusting, which means that at this point, if the new character sucks, I might just take Helena to fucking 1k. Or sorry, to top 100 on season start, because, like, there's no fathomable way we buff this bitch again. If that's the case, I'm losing faith in the community for being able to actually play the game. Like, if you guys turned your monitors on, if we're buffing Helena again. If there's Alarian buffs, I'm re-rolling, and or playing it next season, because if I play it this season, I'll be compared to all of my Eternal Alarian players, and I will never look useful. But if there's another set of Alarian buffs, I will be PayPaling both of my Alarian players to take me to top 10. Okay, let's go. Patch notes for November 6th. Fixed an issue causing enemies to sometimes desync on their patrol paths, making them invisible to players until they suddenly appeared on top of them. This should resolve the most common situations that cause enemies to become invisible. Oh, but that was such a fun bug. I loved having enemies just appear up my ass and one-shot me. Oh, thank God that's fixed. Fixed an issue where targeted ground abilities will sometimes cause the aiming circle to disappear or get centered on your character when the cursor was pointing at a wall or a steep slope. Oh, this is great, actually. Oh, this is so good. I'm gonna not throw fucking Artios fireballs at my face anymore, dude. Thank God I'm so glad this is actually a patch note, because that proves I'm not going insane. You see what I mean, boys? Remember when I was throwing all the Artios fireballs, and they were just landing on top of me? And I'm like, I swear to God I'm not griefing. Like, I swear to God something is going wrong. That is what was going wrong. So thank fuck. We're good. I'm not seeing ghosts. Okay. Progression. Oh, this is a lot of things have changed. Oh, okay, boys. Okay. Matchmaking, item level requirement adjustments. We have adjusted the item level required to matchmake in Adept, Champion, and Paragon leagues. The biggest change was made to Adept to smooth out the jump in difficulty that comes with the added enemy and boss mechanics. While our goal was and is for Adept to be a step up in challenge and complexity, the league ended up being more punishing towards mistakes than we were aiming for. That's one way to put it. We will be listening for your feedback on this change and looking at how it affects the overall player experience. Increased the minimum item level required to matchmake in Adept to 80 was 60. Okay, so you have to be higher eye level to be able to even play in the first place. Okay, interesting choice. Don't you get 75s from Sithril? Isn't that what it is? So you need to have like 2 or 3 Sithril pieces to be able to even queue Adept now for solo queue? So you have to have done it past just getting boosted the first time and getting lucky. Yeah, okay, so you need to have multiple Sithril pieces and or upgrade all of your greens to 120. Yeah, greens can go to 120, so you need to actually have a semblance of gear to be able to play Adept. I don't think that's going to fix people walking into orbs and one-shotting the team, but it's a start. Increase the minimum item level to matchmaking champion to 130 was 120. I was suggesting about 120-ish, so I mean that's about right. And increased the minimum to matchmaking Paragon to 190 was 180. Ignore the fact I did Wraith Tide in 86 eye level, and I've done Paragon in under 100 and still done more than enough damage. But we won't talk about those things, okay, boys? You can still get into champion in all whites. You could! You could still matchmake in champion with all vendor whites. That is a good point. You could still matchmake into champion with all vendor whites. I'll just leave that there, and we'll read the rest, shall we? Fixed an issue with the Dark Prophecy set bonus so that it no longer triggers on non-hero actions such as emotes and interacting with campfires. What a patch note. I was being griefed on trash because I hit the campfire and procced my haste. What's worse is I bet that has happened to me at some point. I absolutely fucking assure you. I've had the haste proc from using like fucking Tariq Leap Slam and hitting nothing. So like literally just pressing buttons can trigger your set bonuses whether you hit nothing altogether, which is great. The Ancient Wardstone Relic now provides high haste and low expertise. That's actually really nice. Because Ancient Wardstone is Master Spell, which means you want to take it on Sylvie and you want to take it on Hot Vigor, which is absolutely fantastic because haste is great for both of those. Dark Prophecy on emotes. Dude, was that some dark tech? Were they sitting there slash waving at the boss until they got all their procs? Oh my god. Like, there's no way, bro. Oh, that is so disgusting if that's true. Oh, I'd lose my mind. Okay. This is Mana Pot. Now provides Spirit and Haste. Okay. Okay, good. What did it give before? That's actually really good, though, because more Haste for Sylvie, Haste for Hot Vigor, and then Spirit in general for Mana Refund on Mana Relic. You really love to see that. It's Expertise right now? Okay, yeah, so then Spirit, I mean, okay, Expertise was better for, you know, because then you could run Haste Expertise, which is just really good for both, because that's faster taking hots, higher taking hots. So, okay, that's maybe a bit of a nerf, but you get more mana with the Mana Relic, so depends on what problem you were having in the first place. So, just a bit of a shift around, I suppose. It'll depend. I'm not as much of a healer main in this game as I probably will end up being eventually after all of my healers quit from Rage. But we'll see how that shapes up. More mana on Mana Trinket, potentially good, but losing Expertise means you're losing flat healing, which is kind of tragic. Spirit Expertise are about even. Yeah, okay, then fair enough. It just depends on what problem you're having. Any of these really matter? Fixed various uncommon and rare items that had their rarity set incorrectly. Which would be like the Dark Prophecy green that I landed, which I have absolutely no idea how I pulled off. Fixed an issue where vendor gear was always set to common rarity. That gear now correctly reflects the league they were assigned to. So you're not getting 135 whites anymore. You're now actually getting 135 blues. I think they wouldn't be upgradable anyways, I would assume. But if they're upgradable, they actually made the problem worse. If they're now upgradable and they're not fucking giving you whites, like if you're pulling 135 blues from the vendor and they're upgradable, they made their own problem worse. That'll be a fun one to see. That'll be a fun one to see. Alright, good choice. Fated Strike hit delay was reduced to 0.15 seconds, was 3 when used in melee. I did not notice that whatsoever, sure. Blatant Resurgence trait. That hurts when I've already bought all the whites. That's what I mean, is I don't know if they're upgradable. If they're upgradable, then, like, literally they are trolling their own community in lower tiers. Good day to be a tank main. Yep, pretty much. Latent Resurgence. I genuinely don't remember which one this is. Healing increased by 50%. Probably useful, sure. Fixed an issue where Repository of Light, which is the palm weapon, prayer mending, was not properly removed from other players whenever the source died. So now if you die after casting Palm, the Palm stacks disappear. That's actually a fucking nerf. Unfortunate. Okay. Oh my fucking god. What am I reading? What is that?
Gaze upon a void between
Helena. Oh my. Boys. Boys. What the fuck am I reading? Helena's health gain from stamina is increased by 10%. So every Helena player gets 10% more health. Alright, thanks, I guess. Hold the Lion tooltip was updated to reflect the recent hotfix, causing her toughness to not be reduced while the absorb from Empowered Shield Slam is active on her. This does not work, by the way. This does not work with Sorrels. It eats the absorb and just makes you take the toughness damage anyway. Fix that, please. I tried it both ways. It does not work. If you use Empowered Shield Slam first and then Sorrels after, you get... It eats it all into one big absorb that doesn't have the modifier. So then you just lose your toughness on hit anyways. And then I've done it the other way around. And then Sorrels first, and then hold the line after. It combines into one big absorb and does not get the fucking toughness reduction whatsoever. Please fix that if this is how you want this to be. Otherwise, you literally press your hold the line, and you get to block. You get to keep your toughness for one boss hit or 4 trash mob hits. It's effectively fucking useless. The absorb effect has been renamed. Okay, cool. The bleed from sweeping strikes now reduces all damage dealt by afflicted enemies by 10% for its duration. Well, the note I was taking already of sweeping strikes is now mandatory. Because, yeah, that is incredibly good. And arguably, this is also a Fated Strikes buff, by the way. Because Fated Strikes, or Fated Arms, will now get more Sweeping Strikes, which means you technically can get more DR. So, there is technically a buff to Fated Strikes in there as well. Which is, kind of crazy. But yeah, that's just, so I get 10% free stamina, and 10% flat damage reduction. On, like, Mega Pulls. Because the thing is, the only time you really press this as well is on Mega Pulls. You don't really want to use it on, like, single target and or really on boss. I mean, you use it on boss, obviously, because it's a damage over time. You put it up early, last 30 seconds, whatever, great. But, like, the one time you really want to use this is, like, you Mega Pull everything, Shockwave, Sleeping Strikes at all for the Sleeping Strikes debuff for 20% less attack speed, Grand everything, so then now it's only autoing you, so the attacks do less because of the attack speed nerf, or the attack speed, like, reduction from the Sleeping Strikes talent. And then, now they'll also do 10% less damage while force autoing you. So yeah, that's great. Like, sure, I love it. Are your guys' fucking monitors turned on? Or, like, what, though? Because we just get buffed into buffed into buffed. Like, I don't know if we're stonking, or I should be worried. Does that make sense? Like, I don't know if we're turbo stonking, or I should genuinely be worried about Adept player's skill level. Like, if we need 3 straight Helena buffs in a row, something's wrong somewhere. Genuinely, something is wrong somewhere. Worried about the Helena player base. Yeah, literally. Do I have to do, like, a Helena 0 to hero to teach you guys how this fucking character works? Because, like, what is going on here? It's like the Alarian buffs. My Alarians are now doing 150 to 200k. And we're buffing him. If there's more in here, I'm gonna fucking lose it. Okay, Mako. Sylvie buffs. Okay, you'd love to see that. We'll see that in a second. This is all Chinese to me, because I don't play this character enough, but I'll try. I'll try for you, viewer behind the screen. The Sibling of Earth from Mako's Bulwark, not a fucking clue in hell. Legendary Cloak, now accumulates 10% of all damage it takes and pulses it out on intervals, was 18%. So, Legendary Cloak nerf, that sounds tragic. The Legendary Cloak sounds cool, though. Necklace of Tectonic Impact. Increases the damage of the final hit of Earth Fist Barrage by another 75% when consuming a second charge. One was 50, tooltip stated 60. Pick one, boys. Okay, that's cool. I do like this one basically turns her into Windwalker, so if I was gonna play her, I would aim for this anyways. So that's cool. Windwalker got a buff. Love to see it. Hamish is matching into some real bad Helenas, it seems. He's playing Mako. He's playing Mako. What the fuck does he mean he's running into some bad, Helenas? He can't even see them. Tooltip for Bulwark. Tooltip change. Okay. Tooltip update. Tooltip. It's all tooltip updates. So, what's happened here? So, Windwalker got a buff. The Legendary Cloak got nerfed. And then Sibling has now health equal to Mako's max health, increased by 2% for every secondary stat. Okay, so something was wrong here, I assume, with the health scaling of what the ulti was getting, or like the twin was getting. This ruler Sibling, the decoy, instantly, the decoy just insta-dies in high keys. Oh, so the decoy's health didn't have a high enough, like, health pool, so it was just insta-getting fucking memed. I don't know why they keep buffing me, but I'll take it. Pretty much how I'm feeling with these, yeah. Like in a couple seconds. Okay. So yeah, having it scale equal to max health plus secondary stats might make it actually fucking survive high keys. So fair enough, fair enough. Whoa, that's a lot of buffs. Okay. Holy shit, are your guys' monitors on? Genuinely. Are you guys okay? Holy fucking shit, are you guys okay? Like, dear lord, bro. Okay. Sylvie. So, first things first. Anyone who made it to... Looking at how many fucking patch notes there are here. Anyone who made it to Eternal on healer and or tank before patch 1 on week 1, we're all Chads. Okay? We have all earned Chad status. Because if you were to do the push next season with all of these buffs, plus the whatever's gonna happen in the new season, plus the gold increases from the last patches, plus everything they're still going to be doing because there's a patch per week, you would have it so much easier than we did. Okay? I don't care. We don't care because we're wholesome people and we just want more people to play with, so we don't give a fuck. But we're all Chads, boys. Excel, Dream, fucking Near, me tanking, fucking Crypto DPSing. You're playing Rhyme. Never mind, you don't count. You're not real. Yeah, you boys are all fucking crazy. We're all mental. Alright. Let's read these. The healing of... Smile. It's okay, we love you anyway. Your fucking gore got buffed. The healing of Flutter Call Heal has been increased by 25%. So passively, you're doing 25% more with just your base heal, your base hot. Flutter Call Restore Life increased by 25%. 50% buffs to her 2 most baseline heals. Heart Bloom now accumulates 12% of all Flutterfly healing, was 15. Okay, so the trade-off is Heart Bloom gets nerfed because too many people were using the legendary. And as a result, the other 2 heals get buffed. Flower Power now causes Heart Bloom to accumulate 8% of all Flutterfly healing, was 10. Note, Sylvie's baseline healing for Flutterflies were a bit lower than intended overall. Heart Bloom was toned down slightly to keep its power similar to before. So basically, they wanted to buff the raw healing, but if they just buffed the raw healing would go into the Heart Bloom, and the Heart Bloom would pulse way too high. And as a result, you were basically just immortal, I'm assuming. Heart Bloom is the same healing, counting for the changes. Yeah, mathematically, I would assume it's probably about the same. It's probably slightly higher because you're pressing these buttons more often than you're pressing, like, the Heart Bloom, I guess. So in theory, you could stack more crits. Like, if you land more crits on these, technically, I think you could go higher. But it's basically net neutral. Just net neutral so that you get more raw healing out of your 2 buttons here. Which actually is a good thing. Because I would say it feels better to have higher ticking hots. And feels better to have your fucking Swiftman key actually feel like you're doing something when you're pressing it. Rather than having all of your healing be in your fucking Cloudburst totem. Enfeebling Root Sap duration was increased to 10 seconds, was 6. This is great because it feels really bad when you press this with like a few seconds before the mechanic goes off. And then it falls off and then the mechanic hits your tank and you cry. The shields applied by Safe Haven and Ironleaf Ward when talented into Natural Protector have been increased by 200%. This is already the node I was playing before, so increasing this by 200% is godlike. We're stonking. Oh, this change is crazy! Oh, this change is crazy! Oh, yes! Yes! Oh, boys, we're stonking. Oh, boys, we're stonking. Alright. Natural Protector's shield is now applied to players that walk into Safe Haven after it's been placed. This only works once per player per cast of Safe Haven. Well done, boys. Well done, boys. Note, natural... Am I just a fucking shitter, I guess? Like, hello? Natural Protector as a 3-pointer was underperforming. It was the one that felt the fucking smoothest to me. I mean, Heart Bloom was really... Or Flower Power was crazy good. For 2 Heart Blooms, for sure. But literally, I mean, all 3 of them were fucking good. The faster ticks as well. Like, literally all 3 of them felt playable to me. So, if it's underperforming, being able to have a hard fucking stop on the entire team, then God help us all. But yeah, this is the one change that I was really looking forward to. I didn't even know if they were gonna do it, but the thing about this was it was real fucking grief when you put it down and one guy was out of it, because then if he walked in, he just didn't get the shield. So everyone had to be like positioned correctly for it. So you were like pressing Safe Haven to get the absorb shield when people were in position rather than when you needed to actually press it, which was like turbo fucking grief. Sorry, I just read the next patch note. Huh? This is a different character now. I'm sorry. This is a different character now. Hello? What the fuck is that? This isn't even like... What the fuck is that, bro? And it gains haste CR, bro! Yeah, dude, Nettle to the Pedal got so much fucking value now. Holy shit, you can just, like, pop that shit and tank heal, dude. And haste CDR, which haste is your best stat for Sylvie, dude. That's fucking crazy. And when you're spamming Nettles now, you're getting CDR on it, bro. You have CDR from the haste, you have CDR from the fucking Nettle spam. Nettle to the Pedal gives you fucking healing. You're gonna want to always have one on cooldown. You're gonna always want to have one on cooldown while you're spamming the fucking Nettles to get the cooldown back. I don't regret trashing my healing gear, but Sylvie's eating Thanksgiving early. Yeah, dude, this is fucking crazy. This is fucking crazy, bro. That change on it, like, oh my god, dude. She literally just got easier. She just got easier and better across the fucking board. Holy shit. Nettle damage increased by 70%. Doesn't really make a big difference, I don't think. But I mean, that's useful, I guess. Vines increased by 20%. Like, you're not pressing this for damage. You're pressing this for Nettle to the Pedal value, 1% mana value, or cooldown reduction on Life Pedal, which now you're going to be perma-pressing it. Now I have to perma-press the fucking button. You're welcome, Excel. You can stop getting ass cancer. Because I now have to perma-press the button because I have to keep one charge on cooldown and keep fucking spamming this to get CDR. Now you can get further diffed by the healers on Mara. True! True, true, true. Now I will get further diffed by the fucking Vigor spamming Radiant Blast. Trust. Oh my god, I haven't even seen the bottom fucking stuff yet. Vigor's next, dude. I was already about to play fucking Gore, dude. Don't worry. Sprouting Nettles, procs per minute was reduced to 2.0, was 4.0, but now increases the proc chance by 400%? Jesus Christ, she can red crit like a freight train. Hello? Plus the mushroom, like, 8 target cap or whatever it was from the last set of patch notes. Symbiosis now increases vine damage by 12% for each player that has a fucking fly on them. DPS Sylvie in, like, low contender might be a thing, dude. I was watching Excel do 80k by flinging mushrooms at trash. Like, at this point, she's actually a demo lock with healing on the side. Like, fuck. Like, imagine if they give us a talent to let Boom Shrooms red crit. Oh my god, that would be so much fun. That would be so much fun. Oh, that would be incredible. My carry build's gonna go wild. Yeah, dude, exactly. Like, literally, you're about to play Demo Lock with some fucking healing on the side. It's crazy. Genuinely, you can fucking red crit Nettlebolt. That's hilarious. Yeah, so she's a different character. Straight up. Oh, I closed it. It was too much. Even my fucking Steam couldn't handle it. She is genuinely a different character now. Yeah. That's great. She got much easier across the board. Everything that you expected to have actual healing value on now does. Your hots are baseline better. Your Swiftmend is baseline better. All of your value isn't in the Cloudburst totem anymore and trying to stuff the Cloudburst full of as many Nettle to Pedal procs as possible. Even though now you're still going to be doing that because you put Life Pedal down and you perma Nettle to the Pedal 24/7 because the damage buff on it is much higher as well. It seems like I'm switching from Vigor to Sylvie. I haven't read the Vigor changes yet. Hold on, we might still be cooking. Like, oh my god, dude. I feel like I'm clickbaiting the patch notes every time I'm like, these patch notes are crazy. But, like, this is a different character now. Like, unironically, this is a different character. She's gonna be a different character in 12 hours to who she is now. This change, though, is just absolutely S tier. And this is my favorite change, by far. This is the second best change. This is the actually good change. This is the change that I'm happy for. And then 200% increase. Like, I might actually want to play her now. Fucking Excel might not be as scared of my fucking healing anymore. Oh no, I'm gonna get diffed harder, boys. What the fuck am I gonna do here? What, my Mara in fucking shambles. Dawnbreaker. Oh no. Okay. By the way, remove Dawnbreaker Orb. I'm not kidding. Remove this button. Dawnbreaker Orb travels so far, it butt pulls trash. Okay? Like, Dawnbreaker Orb will fly so far, you will accidentally pull extra shit. So either reduce the range of Dawnbreaker Orb if you want to keep it, and make it, like, explode like a frozen orb, or remove the button or change it or something, please. That's the best part of the spell, is pulling extra trash. Oh my god. Like, I've never pulled anything with Dawnbreaker Orb, bro, because you're the one pressing it. Have you ever seen a contender Vigor press Dawnbreaker Orb? I have. This button will brick your runs single-handedly, if my guy does not know what he's doing. So, I would highly suggest halving the range of Dawnbreaker Orb and, like, making it explode like a frozen orb. That is my suggestion. Dawnbreaker or Soulbrand damage increased by 20%. That doesn't really matter, I don't think, because that doesn't affect rune generation at all. Yes, literally skill issue. That is the point. That is what I am saying, is it is a literal skill issue. Good players get value from Dawnbreaker Orb because they can angle it well, whereas bad players will pull trash and wipe their pugs. It is literally a skill issue. This single button is a skill issue. That is exactly what I'm saying, yes. Fixed an issue with Grand Design, causing a Rune of Renewal. No way. I'm sorry, my synapses are firing. Fixed an issue with Grand Design, causing Rune of Renewal when overcharged to only increase the direct healing by 100% on targets that already had Rune of Renewal active, when it should be increasing it by 200%. Vigor, oh my god, that is like the primary button. That is like a primary button, dude. Tooltip update. Movement abilities do not benefit from cooldown acceleration based on a health. The text has been removed. The ability has not been changed. Okay, they fucked up a tooltip somewhere. Legendary necklace now stacks up to 2 times to mitigate situations where 2 procs in a row would cause the first proc to be overwritten and effectively lost. So Vigor gains 100% bonus flat healing. You love to see it. Vigor gains 100% bonus healing on Rune of Renewal, which was your primary use for Grand Design in the first place, was to get Giga value out of runes, to put Rune of Renewal on everyone, and then, like, AoE shield. So, the primary way I'm using him got better. They didn't buff my hot snapshot, so that's funny. When I make that build, it'll be a great time. Radiant Blast, healing, and damage increased by 15%. So, you'll just see that. I'm gonna get turbo fucking diffed. It'll be great. Alright. Heavy Strike can no longer be spammed to trigger proc effects. Now only triggers proc effects once the Heavy Strike starts its swing. Dude, people have some stupid ass tech. So what, you could just like EQ, 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 EQ and proc your fucking haste trinket? Or your haste set? I never knew that. What? You can EQ, 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 and then slash wave at the fucking boss, and proc your goddamn Dark Prof before you go in. Incredible. Incredible, dude. These motherfuckers are mental. I'm not playing stupid enough. I am genuinely not playing dumb enough. Bloodied Brass Necklace Legendary now deals 450% of Facebreaker's damage, dealt over 24 seconds. Was 150... is now 18. Fucking Christ, maybe Tariq is the dot damage reroll with a Lego like that, dude. You can make Facebreaker AoE too with the one talent. The bleed from the necklace can no longer crit and no longer double dips in damage percent bonuses, expertise, etc. Well, never mind, I don't care anymore. Good talk. Had strength on it, now it only has stamina like all necklaces. Nerfs, buffs? Like, that just seems like flat neutral, I guess? I don't know. Interesting idea, though. Maybe there's a dot build there with Amethyst, because you need to crit to make the Facebreaker thing do AoE in the first place. So if you run Amethyst Splinters, which gives damage of the initial on crit, with now deals 450% damage, dealt over 24 seconds, then technically you could maybe get a big, like, double dot. Maybe I play dot Tariq. I don't want DOS to be good, bro. Please buff fucking Kindling and Amethyst Splinters. Please, for me. Please, Hamish. Please, Papa. Okay, let's go. UI. New. Active ability timers added. Dude, these guys are cooking on a week-by-week basis. Every time it's grocery shopping time, Hamish comes back with the fucking milk. I swear to God. In our continued work on active ability timers, the following abilities now show a yellow frame to indicate the remaining duration of its effect. Sanctuary Relic and Drums. Amazing. Sorrel's Wrath, Sorrel's Aegis, Voidbringers, Repository of Light, Shields Up, Iron Wall, Siegebreaker, Mako Ulti, Frost Ward, Ice Blitz, Flight, Winter's Blessing, Wrath, Wildfire, Flame Ward, Skystriders, Fervent, Skystriders, Event Horizon, Pathfinder's Resilience, Maiden, Veil, Matriarch's Macabre, Thundercall, Focus Wrath, Raging Tempest, Unbreakable Will, Levitate, Lightshaper's Ward, Runic Prolif, Avatar of Light, Hidden Trail, Iron Ward, Enfeebling Sap, and Fluttercall. Sign me, I'm a rap god. Alright. They basically just made it so every single ability now shows like the yellow timer circle thing that goes off after you use the abilities and whatnot. The stuff they added to like Celestial Volley and all that is now just basically added to everything in the game. Which, anything in the game with a cooldown timer now has that thing circling it, which is beautiful. Absolutely amazing QOL. Okay, fixed an issue with Hull and Corsairs, getting them to play their voice line over and over. Well, you didn't fix watching my Vigor get Hydro Bolted in one tap, unfortunately, so what can you do? Fix an issue with the Tide Witches causing the Sunken Gale visuals to be rotated and move in the wrong direction for players sometimes. That it was so much fun to watch it go backwards. What do you mean, my guy? It would go backwards and then catch my teammate off fucking guard and one-shot them. It was so much fun. Fixed an issue causing Warlord Brog to return to full health when entering second phase. Brog now starts the second phase with the same health as he ends the first phase. Return to full health when entering... Wait, what? Does he start at 75% now when you get to him at the end? There's no way that he's supposed to be at 75% when you get to him at the end of Stormwatch. Is that what that means? So, Stormwatch nerfed, I guess? I don't think that's an issue, by the way. I think that's made up to be able to nerf the dungeon. I'm not gonna lie. Because if that's the way it's supposed to be, where like you do 75% to him on the bridge, he teleports away, and then he's 75% at the end. I think it's the reverse, causing him to return to full health when entering the second phase. Well, again, starts the second phase with the same health at the end of first phase. No, like... 75% at the end is what he's supposed to, is what he's apparently going to be at now. Whereas, you know, he's 100% at the end, so you get him to 75%, and then he teleports away, and you have to kill him at 100. Right? Like, I thought that was just how it's supposed to be. Right? So, that's what I mean, is I don't know if that's actually an issue, or what they put in to say fixed an issue, but it's actually just, like, nerfed the dungeon. You know what I mean? Because, like, maybe... I mean, it makes sense. You do 75% on the bridge, and then you should be 75% in the end of Stormwatch. Don't get me wrong. It makes sense. But, like, I just didn't think that was a bug at all. I thought it was just, like, he fucks off, full heals, you kill him again. But, like, okay, sure. Stormwatch gets easier. Love to see it. Stormwatch is not the problem, though. I am not gonna lie to you. Lightning Rod is not that difficult to deal with. They can nerf that dungeon into the ground for all I care. I hate that boss. Yeah, I mean, he's just got a lot of health. I mean, Raiders is easy to deal with. If Lightning Rod and the Tank Buster overlap, you just, like, have to be a Chad and take it. So that shit's kind of cancer. But, yeah, that's an interesting change. So, to recap, Sylvie is a different character. You could get all of your procs by slash waving at the boss. Yeah, ice dungeons are still a nightmare. Orbs are the worst part of the game. Orbs are what is killing casuals, I assure you. It is fucking orbs. Anything that does team-wide damage is what's killing your fucking casuals. Any mechanic that one guy can fuck up and it kills the whole team is what is causing the toxicity and killing the casuals. It's not that hard. You just take fucking orbs out or make them stationary. Make them a stationary mine. Because if somebody hits a fucking stationary orb, they deserve the flame. Okay? They deserve the flame. Stop making orbs chase people. Make them into landmines. And you will probably push the entire community from adept to champion. Okay? But the thing is, right? This is what I'm thinking, okay? If we're doing this many buffs and changes, right? If the community is stuck in adept, and we are doing this many buffs and changes to try to brute force them higher, what's gonna happen when these people reach champion and paragon and realize one missed kick on an Uga Flame means somebody dies? Right? When you get to champ, paragon, and eternal, one missed kick on an Uga Flame, on a wither, on fucking anything means somebody insta dies. End of story. 100-0. You miss a shadow lob, show's over. Right? What is gonna happen when the community at large reaches the point where they have to play well or they get one shot? Do we just go and nerf all the dungeons? Because it's gonna be a whole new set of complaints. They think they're playing the hard part in adept. They can survive a mechanic. They can survive a shadow lob. They can survive an Uga Flame. They can survive a wither. Right now. And we're doing 3 sets of buffs, 3 patches in a row. To the point that we are buffing Sylvie so much, she is a different character. We are buffing Vigor. We are buffing Helena. 3 patches in a row, plus giving them more resources. What the fuck is gonna happen when they start literally getting one shot in higher tiers? Imagine all the adept hard stucks reaching eternal. Exactly. Exactly what I mean. It's because I put Sylvie in a lower tier than Vigor. Is this not proof, by the way? Is this... I guess this is proof that Vigor is in Stonks tier now. Like, Sylvie needs some giga fucking buffs for her to be playable in high tier, I guess. I don't know. No shot. Adept hard stucks, time ransack. Exactly. Absolutely no fucking shot. Absolutely none whatsoever. The melee players die on second boss. Everyone else dies to fucking Uga Flame because they don't kick it on time. And then they fucking... the tank will die to Frostbitten Strength because he won't kick it. It'll enrage the whole pack and they all die. Like, it's gonna be so fucking turbo nerfed. I assure you. When the community moves from adept to champion, there's gonna be a whole new set of complaints and all of that will be fucking nerfed. Then when they get to Paragon, dude... all of that shit, ransack is going to be nerfed into the floor, I assure you. Keyboard turners finding the right symbol is going to be impossible. Hang on, let me keyboard turn. I don't know which icon it is. Oh no.